So au jus, it's basically with juice. No prime rib dinner is complete without the au jus, and it's simple and a wonderful thing to make. So I am going to start with 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to put that in my pan and get it to melt a little bit. And then I have 1 shallot chopped up, and I have about 3 garlic cloves, also minced very fine on both of these things. And so we're going to saute these and get them cooked up a little bit, and then we are going to add a half a cup of a good red wine. And this is a cab from Lake County. It's a very nice little Hawk and Horse cab. It's only a half a cup, so you can use a really good one and you still have most of the bottle to drink. So, highly recommended. My other ingredients are going to be some thyme, some Worcestershire sauce, Dijon, a little bit of flour, and 2 cups of bone broth. Any kind of beef broth will do, but we make this great bone broth. It's just dense and rich. It's cooked for 36 hours. So it's going to make spectacular au jus.
We have a video for that too, I believe.
We do.
Yeah.
And so this is going to, if there's leftovers, you can freeze it and use it later. We froze some once and we keep looking for it, and then we must have used it up. But so every time we have anything that needs au jus, I got to make it fresh. So in with our shallot and our garlic, and we're going to get this to saute a little. And basically we're going to add flour to this and make a roux. And it's going to be fantastic. So let's let this cook down a little bit, and then we'll come back and add the flour. So our onion and garlic are looking a little cooked. They won't have that raw quality now. And we're going to whisk in 1.5 tablespoons of flour. And using the whisk is a great way to avoid this getting lumpy. Lumpy you do not want. We are going to strain this before we put it in front of our guests. So that'll take care of the lumps, by golly. So now we're going to cook this for about a minute. Maybe a little bit less. This burner's pretty high right now. And then we are going to add our red wine, also whisking that in. Bubble, bubble, bubble.
Toil and trouble.
Yeah. Now this isn't, we're not necessarily after a dark roux here. This isn't Cajun jus. So in with the red wine. And we're going to let this cook down just a little bit, which will start the thickening process. And then we're going to add our beef broth.
It was frozen, that's why it was in the microwave.
Still,
still is
partly
okay.
frozen. That'll go away fast. Yeah, this is looking fairly thick right here, so I'm going to get the broth in there. And this ice lump will melt rather quickly. So now this is the point where you could accidentally leave some lumps behind, so a vigorous whisking. And we're going to let this come back up to a simmer and add the rest of our ingredients. So now our sauce is back up to a good boil. we're going to add the thyme. This was several sprigs of thyme. We have a half a teaspoon of Dijon and 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire. And then we are going to add the secret ingredient. So what I have here is a couple teaspoons of ground dried porcini mushrooms.
Oh, that's what those were in the cupboard for.
Yes.
Didn't know.
You can.
I found them. I didn't know why.
I ground these up in the spice grinder, and I'm glad that Kelly reminded me we had them because it probably would have been, oh my gosh, we don't have any.
I found them, and I'm like, I don't know why we have these.
So now we whisk this all together, and we are just going to let this simmer for about 15 minutes. Get all these flavors married together, and it might, reduce a little bit, but that's not the main goal here. We just want this to cook together for a while, and then we're going to strain it, and we will have our au jus. And the nice thing about this is it can be made ahead, because when you're having a big prime rib dinner, you've got your potatoes, you got your prime rib, you got all the stuff. Maybe you'll make a dessert, maybe you'll make an appetizer. So you can make this ahead and then microwave it when it's time to serve it, or you can take it out and heat it up in a saucepan. There you go. Okay, so here's our nice little simmer. It's been going on for 15 minutes. So we're going to turn the heat off, and we're going to take this over and pour it through a strainer. And this will get us that nice, smooth, clear sauce.
Just gonna fill the bowl up.
It is. Let's see.
You reach it?
Got it.
So a nice bent one, huh?
Yeah, look at that.
It's got like a.
It's a.
Oh, that's 2 of them are bent now.
It's a mighty handle. All right, there you go. Check that out. It's going to be hot.
You can do it.
How far can I go? Oh yeah, it's fine. So there is our lovely bowl of jus. Jus for au jus. And as you can see, we're ready for the next part of our fantastic meal.